What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, talking to you guys today about something that I came across on Twitter that was really interesting because it was actually really incorrect. It was something about Las Vegas that I thought at first I saw this statistic, and I saw this article, I'm like, wow, that looks really, really bad. But after seeing what I saw on Twitter, and it was put out by the Twitter account. I think I've mentioned it a time or two here before on the channel. It's one of the local ones I follow. It's called at Las Vegas Locally. And I actually put the link down below to the Twitter account and actually to this tweet I'm going to talk about here. Where is this article written by 247wallstreet.com is the website. And this article actually got picked up also by Daily Mail. I think it's dailymail.co.uk, which is another big online publication, another popular website online. And this article that talked about, like, you know, the worst cities to live in America, like the worst cities in America. And I was like, okay, it's kind of interesting. I guess you list like that, worst cities, best cities, right? Most highly taxed, least taxed, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm like, okay, I look at this list and Las Vegas is on there. And that was what drew my attention to it, that Las Vegas was actually ranked number 4 on this. And this is going back to 2016. The statistics they use are from 2016, because I guess those are just the most recent ones that they had from the FBI. And Las Vegas was ranked the 4th worst city in America to live in. Now, I'll give you guys the 3 above it, okay? Now, the number 1 was Detroit, Michigan. Number 2 was Flint, Michigan. Number 3 was St. Louis, Missouri. So you think of like some of the worst cities in America, you know, people, Detroit, Flint, both in Michigan, people would think that. Some would probably say St. Louis, Missouri. People think of Camden, New Jersey. They think of Baltimore, Maryland, Oakland, California, Stockton, California, Compton, California, Chicago. Right? Those are all cities that people commonly associate with as being just bad cities. There's tons and tons of crime and all that kind of stuff. So I see Las Vegas on this list, and I'm like, it doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense to me that Vegas would be on that list. Like, this is a big area, right? We have over 2 million people now that live here in Clark County. I should say in the Vegas metro area, we have over 2 million people. And, you know, we have a lot of other things that big cities have that are not good. Yeah, we do have, you know, fights here. People get assaulted. We have batteries that take place. People do get raped. People get shot. People get killed. People get murdered. You know, we have those things, right? We do have gangs. You know, anything you're going to find other big metro area like that, you're going to find that here in Vegas. Like, it happens, okay? But, you know, Vegas to me does not fit in the category of some of those other cities I mentioned earlier. And I had to write this down. I thought this was so interesting, the way they describe this. So this is the rank, and I'll put the link down below to the article for 247wallstreet.com, and I'll put the one for dailymail.co.uk as well, even though they're pretty much, you know, similar, because the Daily Mail used that other article. So here's what they wrote about Las Vegas. It says, crime rates in Las Vegas, violent crime in particular, detract considerably from quality of life in this city. Listen to this. With 2,136 violent crimes, a category comprised of aggravated assault, robbery, rape, and murder for every 100,000 Las Vegas residents. So they're saying for every 100,000 residents for Las Vegas in 2016, there were 2,136 violent crimes. So they're saying Las Vegas ranks as one of the most dangerous, or Las Vegas ranks as the most dangerous city in the United States, according to this article. And I'm just looking at this like, this does not make any sense. But because of the tweet I saw, where Las Vegas Locally broke it down on there, they have the chart, because this is where they screwed up, okay? They didn't understand the difference between Las Vegas, the city, the actual city proper of Las Vegas, and the actual metro area of Las Vegas. And some of you know this. If you live here, you probably know this. Some of you that are tourists and you come every so often, you've probably heard of this. That's kind of like a fun trivia fact people like to do sometimes, where they talk about, like, you know, like the Las Vegas Strip that people think of, like from, you know, Mandalay Bay to like the Stratosphere. The vast majority of that is not even in the city of Las Vegas. It's actually in a CDP, a census designated place called Paradise, Nevada, right? It's unincorporated is what it is. The Las Vegas city limits don't actually start to like Sahara. So Sahara and north, that's you get into the actual city of Las Vegas. So like the Stratosphere is like the only like major hotel on Las Vegas Boulevard that people consider to be part of the Strip. The Stratosphere is the only one that's actually in the city of Las Vegas. From Sahara south is not Las Vegas. So if you ever look on a good map, and you'll see like the city limits of Las Vegas, you just Google search city limits of Las Vegas, it'll actually map out where Las Vegas starts. The city actually starts like at Sahara, you know, all like downtown is part of the city of Las Vegas, a lot of the west side, like Summerlin area, up in the northwest is part of the city of Las Vegas, and you'll see these like also like pockets area that like are not part of the city too, even within the city. It's kind of strange how it worked out. There's also North Las Vegas, and there's also Henderson. And but you'll see a whole bunch of area like in the southwest, you get to like Summerlin South, Enterprise, Spring Valley, Paradise, even across the middle, like into Winchester, that is actually not part of any city. It doesn't belong to Las Vegas or Henderson or North Las Vegas. It's just an unincorporated area, but that is part of the Las Vegas metro area, and that's where this article screwed up big time. Is they took the wrong numbers. So they took the total amount of violent crime, which coming from the FBI, that number was officially, I think it was like 13,520 or something violent crimes. That was the official number. So they took that number and they applied it to the city of Las Vegas is what they did. They didn't apply it to the metro area of Las Vegas. And if you guys want to see a good video that explains city versus like the metro area of Las Vegas, I believe the channel is called CGP Grey, CPGREY. They did a video a couple years ago called Las Vegas is Not Las Vegas. I think that's the title, and I'll link it up here somewhere. You guys can watch, and explains the history of how the Las Vegas city and like the Las Vegas metro area kind of developed and like where Las Vegas actually is. And a lot of people think, what a lot of people think Las Vegas is, that's actually not Las Vegas. So, but people still refer to areas as the metro area. So if you live like in Mountain's Edge or something like that, you actually don't live in Las Vegas, but your address, you'll put Las Vegas on it just because it's part of the metro area. That's what you'll do. So you're not in the city limits technically, but you know, people say, hey, I live in Las Vegas, see if they live in Mountain's Edge. So with that being said, you know, the number of crimes they had, the 13,520, I believe, is what it was, you know, the amount of violent crimes. That was actually for the entire area, the entire metro area. So just the Las Vegas city and all the unincorporated area, not North Vegas, not Henderson. That area is actually like 1.6 million people back in 2016. So the number they took though was just the city of Las Vegas, which is only like 630,000 people. So when they did their math, they used 13,000 plus crimes and compared it for every 100,000 people in the city of Las Vegas. So that's what they did. So we'll use round numbers. I'll try to make it easy for you guys, okay? So let's just say it was 2,100 crimes, 2,100 for every 100,000 people, okay? If you multiply 100,000 times 6.3, you get the 630,000 people they're talking about for the city of Las Vegas, okay? So you do it that way, yeah, their numbers make sense, but that's not the right numbers. So if you actually look at it, you take the whole 1.6 million people in the area, divide that by 100,000, because that's what they're doing, every 100,000 people, that's how they're tracking it, you get the number 16. So you take 16 and you divide the 13,000 crimes, I'll say 13,230, because you take 2,100 times 6.3 gives you 13,230 crimes. Take that number, 13,230 times divided by 16, it's actually 827 crimes, violent crimes for 100,000 people. Way below the number they actually said it was. So I don't know how they managed to screw this up. They just did not know the difference between the city of Las Vegas and the metro area of Las Vegas. Now granted, I would like to see that number lower as well. I'm sure everybody would like to see that number lower, but I mean, we're talking like, you know, more than double. I mean, probably I think even more than what, 2.5 times. They reported that violent crime as being more than 2.5 times higher than it actually is in this area. And they just labeled Las Vegas the most dangerous city in America because of that. Because they just had they didn't count almost 1 million people they left out of the equation when they counted this. And they just published this on the internet. You know, and other websites have picked this up. People look at this and actually think Las Vegas is the most dangerous city in America, but it's not. It's not even close. Now, to add insult to injury, this is the hilarious part. On the same website, 247wallstreet.com, I'll put the link down below for this other article too. Less than a month before, they did another article where they actually listed the most dangerous city in each state of the country. And less than a month before this one came out, okay, this one I'm talking about now just came out like a few days ago. Less than a month before this, they do an article that says the most dangerous state or most dangerous city in every state in the country. And they didn't even have Las Vegas on there. They had North Las Vegas on there. They didn't even choose the city of Las Vegas. They chose North Las Vegas is what they chose on there. They chose North Las Vegas, and it was actually ranked 28th out of 50. It was in the bottom half of the 50 most violent states, you know, the most dangerous states for every state in the country. It was in the bottom half. So it's like, how much could you screw it up? You have in the bottom half of that category ranking, you have North Las Vegas. Then less than a month later, Las Vegas somehow not only passes North Las Vegas in the rankings for the most dangerous city in the state, but surpasses all of those to be the most dangerous city and the most violent city in the country. That is so screwed up, it's not even funny. And to add even more insult to injury, you could say, each article, the one I'm talking about in this video and the other one where they, you know, mentioned North Las Vegas, the most dangerous city in Nevada, they had 2 authors for each one of those. 2 people work on each one. Well, one guy worked on both of those articles. There was a different guy, he partnered with a different guy for each one, but one guy helped write both these articles less than a month apart. It totally screwed up the rankings, totally screwed up the numbers. I don't know how it got overlooked, but they absolutely messed that up. So if you guys see this article, you want to look down below that says, right, here's the headline, right? You know, Vegas is the most dangerous city in America, it's the most violent city in America because all this violent crime is supposedly has. The rate is just through the roof more than any other city. It's wrong. Okay, that's a lie. It's not the highest. You can look at it. I'll put the link down below too for the FBI numbers. You can actually compare it. If you want to do the math yourself, you can see it, but it was nowhere near being accurate. I mean, it was said like, you know, more than 2 times, I think even more than 2.5 times the actual rate that they reported was way higher. I think it was, you know, even closer to 3 times the amount of rate. So, you know, that they reported Las Vegas had, they way over exaggerated because their numbers were off. They miscounted the city of Las Vegas versus the metro area of Las Vegas, and they just totally jacked up the numbers. So don't believe that. This is not the most violent city in America. Don't worry about it. They screwed it up big time, but it's okay, guys. I'm here. I just want to do a video on this because I'm like, this is something I just wanted to share. This stuff was really interesting and I had to point this out to you. So articles, links, all that stuff down below, video down below of Las Vegas City versus Las Vegas metro area and how that all panned out. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please subscribe for more in the future. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.